Lennox Lewis does not need to commentate no more fights. I'm convinced. I'm reading what people are saying. Everybody's convinced this man can't be trusted. And he did a piss poor job at commenting on the Errol Spence Sean Porter fight. And I know a lot of people were scratching their head like, what the hell is wrong with Lennox Lewis? Lennox Lewis was high. Yes, he was high. Whether off Quaaludes, some other in-between drugs, or just flat out drinking. He was either coming down off a high or he was high his damn self, because Lennox Lewis was mispronouncing words. He was calling Errol Spence Spencer, and he said the dumbest. This how I know he was high. He said the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. This dude said, one of the commentators was talking about how one of the fighters was winning the fight, right? And Lennox Lewis goes on to say, well, no, one guy can't be winning the fight because there's two guys in there. Did you just hear what I said? I mean, I was watching the fight in the theater, and everybody was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He said, one guy can't be winning the fight because two guys are in there. You know, and he would start sentences and then not complete them. He would totally miss the connecting shots that Sean Porter was making. You know what I'm saying? He was just off the whole night. But one thing's for sure. Once you got a man that will stoop as low as he did as being petty with Anthony Joshua, you don't need somebody like that commenting on anybody's fight. You know, it's clear Lennox Lewis can be bought at the drop of a dime. You know, and it's clear that he's not going to give you a fair assessment. You know, and I think at this point, I think we need to come to the realization is this. At this point, everybody should be able to see how commentators and how the network that hosts the fight cater towards the fighter that they want to win. You will always know that because of the highlights. The highlights are supposed to be of what fighter did what great in the round, no matter if it's the blue side or the red side. Which fighter did something good? When their fighter or the chosen fighter that they want to win, because it'll be more lucrative for the sport of boxing and the network, when that fighter is not doing well, all right, and he's getting outboxed, they are always skip over the dominant guy's highlights and only show highlights of the fighter who they really want to actually win. Okay, commentating is corrupt. How they do the replays and stuff like that, all that stuff is corrupt. You can't trust it. They have invested interest. That's all the commentators. You know, at this point, we should be able to see it and know that when it comes to commentator, they have a job to, number one, to protect the network, to protect the fighter, and protect what is in the best interest of keeping money flowing through the hands of the network, the boxer, boxing in general, and everybody else. Make sure the commentator has a job and everything else. That's what goes on. But the job that Lennox Lewis did on Sean Porter and Errol Spence fight makes no natural sense. And he was off his square and he didn't know what the fuck was going on. None of it. His head just was... Lennox Lewis just was not there. You know what I'm saying? He just was not there. But one thing's for sure. You don't need this man judging nobody's fights. Because he petty as hell. And he obviously can't do a fair assessment if the whole time between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, the only person that he had something to say, something to, was Anthony Joshua. How can you trust that that person gives a fair anything if he's take one situation and just continue to brag and beat down on one person, but don't acknowledge that it takes two people to put a negotiation together? And at this point, we all know it's Al Heyman's team that's holding everything up. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows what's going on at the PBC. And this is the same guy that you're going to have commentate on the fight? Hell no. Claudius need to get the hell out of town. He don't belong behind no mic judging nobody's fight. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would find like a side hobby or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But this commentating is getting ridiculous. And I'm going to do a video on this commentating so you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about, so you can see it in real time. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to show you in real time how commentators purposely neglect fighters' connect rate, how they'll totally glaze over, and how they'll try to make it appear like one person is winning when it's obvious what your eyes are telling you that this person is being dominant, but they still try to talk you into seeing something different. But I've been trying to put that video out for like some months now, but maybe I just finally get around to it today. But anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Vane, I'm out.